Compassion is our ability to recognize suffering, whether that's in ourselves or in others, along with a desire to alleviate that suffering. One of the main concerns with compassion that often comes up is how can we make sure that we don't burn out ourselves as we go around helping and giving back to others? Research has shown that compassion actually builds our resilience. It's actually an antidote to burnout. And in order to understand that, it helps to remember that compassion often takes place in 3 steps. The first is that we notice. So we notice the suffering and pain that somebody else might be going through, or we might be going through ourselves. And in order to do that, we have to be mindful. In our busy everyday lives, we can have blinders on and we often forget others around us. So the first step, if we want to really engage our compassion, is to start becoming more present, more aware of the present moment so that we can notice when somebody else around us is suffering. The second step is to take perspective. And this is when we engage our empathy, when we start to perhaps feel what the other person might be feeling, but more importantly, becoming curious and taking perspective and trying to understand what they might be going through and the circumstances around their pain and suffering. This is also a moment when we're able to step back and take stock of our own resources. Is there something that we have that we can offer this person to alleviate their pain? And then finally, the third step is feeling motivated to take action. So this is when we bring our resources online and we are inspired to go out and help this person. Now, in order to make this third step happen, in order to have that motivation to take action, the key is emotional regulation. As we build our capacity to manage our own difficult emotions that might be coming up in that particular situation, the better we are then able to help the other person without getting caught up in avoidance or aversion or emotional distress. And this is why research has shown that compassion helps us to lean into these moments of difficulty and adversity with greater strength, with greater equanimity. It allows us to help others, but in doing so, we also become more resilient ourselves. I'm Parneet Pal, and this is the Science of Wellbeing at Work.